what's been the key tonight on how this first half has turned out for you guys?
We have been doing pretty good on offense, moving the ball, getting layups, getting out in open court and getting to the free throw line. But when we do that, good things happen.
No doubt, Chris. Thank you. Kevin?
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. It was all about Miami as the game got going. You could see the daggers in their eyes as they went on a 10-4 run to start things off. After one, they held an 8-point advantage. Then in a hard-fought second quarter, they more than held their own, increasing their advantage to finish up 9 at the break. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
Well, in terms of running a smooth, efficient offense, they've been as good as it gets. The looks they've created have been high percentage. The ball is moving, guys are rotating. That's what got them those good looks, Ernie. And this is the reason they got that nice lead.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Sacramento?
Well, right now, they're getting a little embarrassed on the defensive end. They got outshot in the first half. But that's because no one put their foot down on defense to stop it. So in the second half, they need to play much more disruptive defensively. They have to do whatever it takes.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You have to like what we're seeing from Darren Collison.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
The Kings trail by 9 on the floor for Miami. Dang and Bosh, your small and power forwards. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade, and it's Whiteside in at the 5. Here's Rondo. And the shot is good. Rondo's got his team on the board first here in the second half of the Kings.
And, you know, Rondo, a strange year shooting the ball last season. For a good stretch, he was shooting the same from the free throw line as he was from three-point range, about 30%.
Bellinelli passes to Rondo. The drive by Cousins. Soft touch off the glass. Cousins has got 8 points.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Greg, you were talking about Rondo, and his shooting woes have been well documented. Clark, he tried to tap into Dirk's old shooting coach to help him out while in Dallas.
You know, a good portion of this might be mental at this point for Rondo. He is getting to the point in his career where I think it is what it is for him in regards to his shooting.
Outside Dragic. To the paint. Here's Whiteside. Cannot hit. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Now here's Rondo. Kicks to Cousins. Shot clock at 5. Shoots from 14. And it's Miami with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Bosch against Gay. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
The Kings making a switch here. Kufis is checked in, and Miami also making a switch. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Chris Bosch. The Kings trail by 7. Well, last season, Greg, another year without playoff basketball in Sacramento. A shame to see some of the best fans in the NBA not be a part of the postseason.
It's a great point, Kevin. Now, 9 straight years where the Kings have failed to make the postseason. 29-win seasons aren't going to get you very far when you're battling in the West.
The Heat leading by 5. Dragic dishes to Wade. Stoudemire the screen, and it's Wade penetrating. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Wade's got 8 points.
Boy, Stoudemire doing a nice job setting that screen. Very nice.
There's a good screen. Gay kicks to Bellinelli. And a miss there on the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Thinking about DeMarcus Cousins, Clark, when he was selected, people questioned whether he could stay out of trouble. Many doubted that, you know, he could, but he has stayed clean really since day one.
Yeah, you know, going back 5 years ago, a beat writer actually had the audacity to say he would end up in jail at some point. Cousins has proved him and others wrong.
And with that Cousins story about the writer, Cousins actually called him out about that failed prediction. I mean, they made amends, however, with the writer eating his words and donating to a charity of Cousins' choice.
Curry's checked in for Sacramento. Collison comes in for Rajon Rondo. And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them.
Yeah, and for Cousins, it's never been a question of talent. I mean, many are glad to see that he's been able to stay focused really for the first stretch of his career.
Great awareness by Mario Chalmers on that feed.
Gay outside. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play.
Oh! You know, on the surface, it might seem questionable to attempt a dunk like that when you're behind, but I think he's just trying to give him a spark.
Yeah, what a dunk it was.
And he's got that awe factor. Even look at us. We're all sitting here just waiting for when he goes airborne.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Collison kicks to Kufis. Passes it to Cousins. Knocks it loose. Here's Wade. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has got 3 assists now in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Heat.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort to the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity. And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And one thing about Mario Chalmers last season, he really had to play a different role. And it took him some time, Greg, to get used to.
Yeah, anytime your team loses a superstar like LeBron James, other guys get asked to do a little bit more. Mario was asked to be more of an aggressive scorer, a role that isn't so easy to jump into after 6 years of being that 4th or 5th option in the offense.
Sacramento making some changes. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Cousins. Caspi comes in for Kufis. And Caron Butler subbed in for Rudy Gay. The Heat also with a sub. Winslow's checked in. The Kings trail by 11.
You know, going back to Mario Chalmers last year, guys, I mean, having to take on more of a scoring role was tough for him. His field goal percentage dropped 50 points from the season before. His three-point percentage dropped even more. His assist numbers were down. Well, I bet you part of that was the fact LeBron was no longer there.
Dishes it to Green. Right side a screen. Green kicks to Winslow. That's good. And the Heat lead by 13.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Caspi. Good, and the assist goes to Collison.
And on the topic of Chalmers, you know, he's a complimentary player. He can D up, he can hit the open three. He's been known to hit big shots, a solid finisher, and that is valuable. But when you ask him maybe to do a little too much, then you're not playing to his strength.
Kings have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Curry.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Stoudemire outside. Rebound by the Kings.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Collison against Green. Collison kicks to Butler. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Heat. They lead by 7. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.